Hey, Totem Pole Nation, this is the GOAT debate. Who is the GOAT? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Lucas Bland, the big one. I'm just going. If you can hear me, Lucas, give me a thumbs up, man. The GOAT debate. Who is the GOAT NFL quarterback? Noah, what's up? Noah, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I'm so glad you're here, Noah, and I know who you're going to vote for. You're a Patty Mahomes guy. Patrick Mahomes. How many Super Bowls does Mahomes have now? Is it 3? Patrick Mahomes in his 3 Super Bowls. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation, y'all. This is our second stream of the day. We had a great stream earlier today about who's the GOAT. Hey, go Janae. Hello, welcome to Totem Pole Nation, Janae. This is Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports. We're not even Barstool. We actually watch sports. We have a passion. Appreciate you joining us. And I know who you're going to say is the GOAT, just like Noah. Y'all got Mahomes. You got a Kansas City Chiefs picture in your profile for YouTube. But this is a big area of contention right here. Who is the GOAT? Who's the GOAT NFL quarterback? Tension right here. I mean, is it Patrick Mahomes? Is it Tom Brady? Is it Joe Montana? Put it in the chat, y'all. I know we're going to have a lot of comments. Wow. Look who's back. Back again. Boston fan. Boston fan says Tom Brady is the GOAT. Joe Montana, quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, wouldn't start in the NFL today. Wow. Boston fan says Tom Brady, Joe Montana wouldn't start in the NFL today. I find it hard to believe, Boston fan, but I know you like to get stuff fired up in here. Wow. Boston fan says Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, is washed. Are you kidding me? Patrick Mahomes is washed. I find that hard to believe that Patty Mahomes is washed. Patrick Mahomes is a heck of a quarterback, man. A heck of a quarterback. Janae, nah, you're wrong on that one, buddy. Yeah, I totally agree. Mahomes is washed. Janae, I mean, anytime y'all have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, y'all got a chance to win a championship. I don't know what Boston. Hey, like the stream, y'all. I don't know what Boston fan is talking about. He's nuts. Who's the GOAT? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? That's the question today. And I know there's going to be a lot of people fired up about Boston fans' comments. I mean, that's almost crazy to think about. GOAT debate. Who is the GOAT? Is it Patrick Mahomes? Is it Tom Brady? Is it Joe Montana? Who's the greatest NFL quarterback to ever play? Totem Pole Nation is blessed to be here. Patrick Mahomes went to Texas Tech, has won 3 Super Bowls for the Kansas City Chiefs. Tom Brady went to the University of Michigan. He won 7 Super Bowls, 6 with the New England Patriots and 1 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joe Montana went to Notre Dame. He won 4 Super Bowls. Janae, let's put it this way. Brady has 7 rings. That is goated. Janae, I respect that. I really do. But there are a lot of young people today that say Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT NFL quarterback. Lion King fan. Lion King fan, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports. We're not Barstool. We actually watch sports. We actually love it. We don't play solitary during the finals, and we don't eat $10 slices of pizza. We'll eat a frozen pizza. But Lion King fan, thank you for joining Totem Pole Nation. I believe you are new. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said go Patrick Mahomes. Janae Rain says Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback, though. Yeah. Can y'all believe that people are saying that Patrick Mahomes is not the best quarterback in the NFL today? There will be some people showing up here in a while, and they are convinced that Patrick Mahomes is not the best quarterback in the NFL. I believe Patrick Mahomes is. I really do. I believe he's the best quarterback. Hey, if you would like the stream, y'all. Like the stream. If you love us, subscribe. Elvis is back in the house. Brady. Elvis said Tom Brady, then Joe Montana. What's up, Coach? And Totem Pole. What is up, Elvis? So glad that you're in here. Everybody say hi to Elvis that's in here in the chat. We got some new members. Janae Rains is in here. Lion King fan is in here. Noah's in here. And Boston fan is in here. Janae says hi. Boston fan is in here, and Boston fan said this. You know, he's trolling. Another one of these. Brady. Joe Montana wouldn't start in the NFL today. Wow. Wow. And then Mahomes is washed. I don't know where these guys are getting this. Elvis says, hi, everybody. Some of the other members of Totem Pole will be in here soon. We're excited to be doing this stream today. The NFL GOAT debate. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Who's the greatest ever? Truth hurts. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. Wow. Joe, really? The GOAT of the 80s. Truth hurts. Appreciate you commenting. Truth, who do you have as the GOAT? I assume that you believe Tom Brady is the GOAT. Because all these kids under 14, they think that Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. Truth Hurts says Tom Brady, quarterback of the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is the GOAT. Thank you, Truth Hurts. Elvis said, hey, Boston, I did leave out that Brady and New England cheated all the time. Brady jocked Montana. Wow. Truth Hurts said the snake. Kenny Stabler is my favorite. Janae said, I'm 20. Brady has 35 playoff wins is insane. Boston fan bringing the smoke to Elvis cheated. Jalen Hurts cheated. Wow. I'm looking at Boston. How did Jalen Hurts, quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, how did he cheat to win a Super Bowl? You're making some pretty heavy accusations there. Janae says, bruh. Janae says, bruh. Elvis says, Hurts don't cheat. You beat them up. How did Hurts cheat? There's Deflategate in the Tuck rule. Boston fans said, Elvis is just mad. They only have 2 championships. Wow. The Eagles only have 2 championships. Well, last night, Elvis said they had more than 2 because he's counting the championships before Super Bowls. Boston. Truth said he was flawless this last Super Bowl. Janae says, laugh out loud. Elvis said, we got 6, cheater. You're mad because a backup beat Brady. Wow. A backup. Elvis said, we got 6, cheater. You're mad because a backup beat Tom Brady. Boston fan said a backup. I guess Boston fan doesn't know what you're talking about, Elvis. Janae said, facts, bro. Elvis said, yeah, Saint Nick Foles. Boston fan says Jalen Hurts, quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, would be a running back if he played with Tom Brady. Wow. Shots fired. Boston fan said quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, would be a running back if he played with Tom Brady. Elvis said, then maybe the cheaters a.k.a. the New England Patriots, could have beat us in Super Bowl 52. Boston fans said the Patriots never cheated. The Patriots filmed the Rams practice, but it wasn't against the rules. Wow. Bill Belichick and the Patriots filmed the Los Angeles Rams, or maybe they were the St. Louis Rams then. The Rams' practice, the walkthrough before the Super Bowl. Nick the Beast, hi. T-Mac, what it do, T-Mac? Nick the Beast is in the house. Thank you, Nick. Nick, who you got as the GOAT? Is it Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? T-Mac said it's Tom Brady all day for GOAT talk. And, I mean, I know this chat's going to get fired up. Nick the Beast said Tom Brady. Where are all those Patrick Mahomes guys? There was a lot of Patrick Mahomes guys earlier today. Elvis said, nope, tuck rule. Filming the Rams and Eagles deflate gate Seattle. Atlanta choke, give it up. Tiresome said Patrick Mahomes never faced Ray Lewis. Tiresome. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports. We're not even Barstool. We actually watch sports. We don't play solitary during the finals, and we don't eat $10 slices of pizza. We'll eat $5 hot and ready. So tiresome, welcome to Totem Pole. Patrick Mahomes never faced Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens. Chili says Tom Brady, hands down. Chili, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. Nick the Beast said, I am subscribed. Nick the Beast, you are the best. Jenny, welcome to Totem Pole Nation, Jenny. We're the low man on the totem pole. We actually like sports. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, is the GOAT. Hey, like the stream, y'all. If you love us, subscribe. Nick the Beast loves us, and we love you, Nick the Beast. I am subscribed. T-Mac won. Mahomes lost to Brady in the Super Bowl. Elvis said, hey, Boston, I drive a car or automobile. What is a car? Man, shots fired. Shots fired on Boston fan. Ryan Anthony, Chris Rock laughing at LeBron James. You too believe. Ryan Anthony, welcome back to Totem Pole Nation. Appreciate you commenting. Who do you have as the GOAT? Is it Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Janae says true. Man, this is our second live stream today, man. And we've had a lot of fun. Here comes Ja Morant fan. Welcome back to Totem Pole Nation, Ja Morant fan. Ja Morant fan says Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. Brady ain't athletic. Wow. Ja Morant fan said Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. Tom Brady ain't athletic. Ryan Anthony said Chris Rock laughing. Yes, Ryan Anthony. I'm sure he is. Laughing all the way to the bank, baby. I love it. Elvis, Boston, I go to taverns or nightclubs, which is a bar. Laugh out loud. Nick said, Totem Pole Nation, you are the best. Nick, we are the best. We are a team. We're a championship team. And we love it, man. Janae says Patrick Mahomes can make trick plays. That is a good point. Ja Morant fan says Mahomes is better. He will win 9 Super Bowls. Wow. 9 Super Bowls, coached by former Philadelphia Eagles head football coach, Andy Reid. Elvis said, welcome, Nick. Welcome, Nick. It's all in good fun. Yes, it is. Elvis said, hey, Boston, we hardly knew he were. Where are you? I think he's probably, I don't know. Boston fan he's on one today, man. He's making up stuff. He really is. He's tripping. Nick said, I am a huge fan now. Nick, we're a huge fan of you. Elvis said he's looking at other teams' game film, laugh out loud. Boston fan said, you tripping. Jalen Hurts is not good. Tua is better. Wow. Boston fan said, you tripping. Jalen Hurts ain't good. Tua's better. Tiresome's back in here. Tiresome, you had to say something to that. Tua can't do anything. Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua can't do anything. Tua is better when healthy, Janae says. Boston fan is trolling. Laugh out loud. Tiresome said rage bait. Elvis said, yo, tripping. Hawk Tua, laugh out loud. Boston fan said, why did Saban start Tua over the scrub Hurts? Wow. Wow. Boston fan wants to know, why did Nick Saban, head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, start Tua over Jalen Hurts? Nick the Beast said, Boston fan, Tua can't do anything except get concussions. Tua, I just hope Tua's okay, y'all. You know, hey, like the stream. We got 17 people in here. We got, I don't know how many likes we got. We don't have many. Like the stream, y'all, if you would. If you love us, subscribe. Elvis said, why didn't Brady start at Michigan? Huh, that's a good point. I think that's because Greasy's son was the quarterback, right? Tiresome. Jalen didn't belong in Alabama. He belonged at Oklahoma. Jalen says, true, bro. Jalen says, Janae said, I thought Jalen is from Texas, I think. Yeah, I think he went to high school. Dario, what's up? Good evening, coaches. I'm the only one on here right now. I came here to say thank you because I have been getting stronger in the weight room. Bench 225, squat 235, hang clean 135. Dario, great job, man. Who do you have as the GOAT, Dario? Is it Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Elvis said yes. Brian Greasy beat out Tom Brady. Did you know Tom Brady did not start as a freshman in high school on a freshman team that didn't win a game? Mr. McCall is in here. C's. Now this is what I like. I think we got like our second Patrick Mahomes guy. C said Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, is the GOAT. Nick the B said, I'm an Alabama fan now. I used to be a Badger fan. Janae says, yes, I knew that. Dario says, my GOAT at my position is Aaron Donald and Larry Allen. Yeah. Aaron Donald, defensive tackle for the Rams, and Larry Allen, offensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. Man, we're talking about the GOAT debate. This is the GOAT NFL quarterback debate live. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, Tom Brady, New England Patriots, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Joe Montana, San Francisco 49ers, and Kansas City Chiefs. Who's the greatest ever? Who's the GOAT? Elvis said Mahomes was great, but I believe no more chips for him. Wow. No more chips. Elvis says no more championships. Why do you think that, Elvis? Do you think that the other quarterbacks in the AFC are going to win them? Like Lamar and Josh Allen and Burrow? Dario said honorable mention Quentin Nelson for Indianapolis. Matthew B said hi, Totem Pole Nation. Matthew B, welcome back to the low man on the totem pole. I've seen all three careers, and Patrick is insane. I don't bet against Patrick Mahomes no more. That dude will prove me wrong every time I think he's going to lose. Tiresome said the Super Bowl this year was the only game that the refs didn't help the Chiefs. Wow. I forgot about that. Tiresome makes a good point here, ever. This Super Bowl was the only game that the refs did not help the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a good point, Tiresome. I did not think of that. Who's the GOAT? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Nick the Beast said Tom Brady is the GOAT because he has 7 rings. Elvis says the Eagles exposed and abused him and too much competition. Did you see him on the sidelines making baby faces as the birds crushed him? Matthew B, Patrick Mahomes can do anything, sidearm passes, throw off his 2 feet. Blaine said agree, Nick. Dario said Tom Brady had that Mamba mentality and had that dog in him. Matthew B said Tom Brady. C said, why would the NFL benefit by helping a small market team? That's a good point. Why would the NFL benefit by helping a small market team like the Kansas City Chiefs? The GOAT debate continues. Is it Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs, Tom Brady of the New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or is it Joe Montana of the San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs? Who's the GOAT? Who's the greatest ever? I think we got 2 Mahomes guys in here. C's says this dude won 2 of his Super Bowls with the worst team back-to-back. Matthew B said, I'm going to put a Skip Bayless, Tomas Edward, Patrick Brady. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Janae says, true. Dario said, Patrick Mahomes reminds me of Jeremy Lin because he's an emotional person and cries if his team loses. Tom Brady used that as motivation and got better. Wow. Dario is saying Tom Brady got better. David Youngkin, welcome back to Totem Pole Nation. I think you've been on here before. If you haven't, welcome to Totem Pole. Thank you for commenting. Mahomes has what? 3 rings? Brady has 7. David, that's a good point. Patrick Mahomes has 3 rings. Tom Brady has 7. Elvis said small market would help the underdog like U.S. No teams for Europe, NFL, keep it there. C said, you just making stuff up now. Janae said exactly. Adrian on another platform says Brady over Mahomes. Thank you for commenting, Adrian. If you want to, come over to YouTube, Totem Pole Nation. Matthew said Tom Brady or Peyton Manning because I hear people calling him the GOAT too. That's a good point. I didn't put Peyton Manning on this, but somebody wanted me to. But I chose to put Mahomes. David said the referees helped the Kansas City Chiefs win a lot of the games. David said the refs cheated. Dario, Tom Brady over Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady over Patrick Mahomes. Will Patrick Mahomes win another Super Bowl? Nick the Beast says Patrick Mahomes is 30 now, and that is why the Eagles won the Super Bowl in the 2025 Super Bowl. Wow. So you're saying Patrick Mahomes is washed? Is that what you're saying, Nick? Matthew B said maybe. Elvis said they sure did, David. More flags than the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. This is the GOAT debate. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana. Mahomes is 29 still, says Janae. David said Manning is a GOAT, but not in the same way as Brady. Nick said, yeah, Mahomes is washed. Wow. Patrick Mahomes is washed. And Joker 2000, I went back and watched the live stream earlier today, and you were in fuego, dude. You were in fuego. I'm so glad you're back. Who do you have as the GOAT, Joker? Dario says, it's a rhetorical question, but I don't want to sound biased that Patrick Mahomes will win another ring. Nick the B said also happy 4th of July. Matthew B said this year would have to be it because Travis Kelce is done next year. Elvis said, I agree, Nick. You're smart. Joker 2000 said Tom Brady. Joker 2000, you did a great job in the chat earlier today, asking questions to the chat. Janae Reigns says Mahomes is not washed. Patrick Mahomes is not washed. The Philadelphia Eagles are the better team. C says all the Super Bowl teams, Patrick had the worst roster, and he's won 3 of them. Nick the Beast says, thanks, Elvis. Man, Totem Pole Nation, we're getting bigger, faster, and stronger every day. And it's because of y'all. We're getting more momentum. We're getting better, body, mind, and spirit. Matthew B says, all because of Saquon. Here we go. Here we go. Adrian. John Albert Elway Jr. Adrian, welcome back to Totem Pole Nation. Man, John Elway was a beast now. Yeah, I can't say nothing bad about him. Dario, honorable mention quarterbacks, Drew Brees, Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers. Elvis, worst roster, fact check yourself, bro. Elvis said, worst roster, fact check yourself, bro. Elvis is a Philadelphia Eagles fan. He loves the Eagles. David Youngkin. What stinks, we can't put old quarterbacks in the same category as these quarterbacks, different era and better plays. Yeah, they throw the ball a lot more in today's NFL. Adrian Proctor has a question, chat. Your opinion, Moss or Rice? If I had to pick, I'm going to pick Rice. But, I mean, I got them at like 1A and 1B. I mean, Moss is the prototype because he's so big and athletic. And Rice wasn't fast, but, dude, he's one of the greatest. I'll go Rice. Nick the B said, well, Saquon landed the backwards hurdle, and the Dallas Gobert did not land the backwards hurdle. Matthew B, the worst roster is the Panthers. C said, if people go back and watch the Chiefs games, that y'all say the refs saved them, look at all of them. They were the right call. So C's is actually saying the refs were correct, that they didn't miss any calls. Elvis said Otto Graham with Cleveland won 8 titles. Man, Paul Brown. Vince Papaya or A.J. Brown, still Eagles are the best. So Joker 2000 is an Eagles fan, so is Elvis. C said Rice was a monster. Yes, he was. Jerry Rice, San Francisco 49ers, and a lot of other teams was a monster. Dario, most overthrowing interceptor, Brett Favre. Brett Favre, Green Bay Packers. Brett Favre New York Jets. Brett Favre, Minnesota Vikings. Janae, the Chiefs are most penalized team in the NFL. Laugh out loud. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Welcome back, Daniel Berry. Hey, everyone. Happy Thursday. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Everybody go follow Daniel Berry. He is a content creator. Here at Totem Pole, we believe in faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. Matthew B., refs are helping the Chiefs last season. Elvis said, thanks, Joker. Man, the GOAT debate continues. Is it Randy Moss or is it Jerry Rice? Nick the Beast, Brett Favre with the Packers was the best Brett Favre. Have y'all watched the Brett Favre Netflix special? Wow. Joker 2000. Should Mac Jones be an actual quarterback instead of a backup? I would say he needs to stay right where he is, man. Where is he at now? Is he with the 49ers? Dario, happy 4th of July, Blues, Reds, and Whites. Pause. Reminds of Patriots or Bills colors. Fambo Podcast. Everybody go follow Fambo Podcast. He's a content creator. We believe in faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. Fambo Podcast said top-tier quarterbacks, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning, Warren Moon, Drew Brees, Dan Marino. All good. I agree. Elvis said Jerry Rice over Randy Moss. C's. How was they helping them? They just make no mistakes at crunch time. Janae said, think so. Nick the Beast says, and I said that because I'm a Packers fan. Go, Pack, go. The Green Bay Packers. Man, here we go. Debo. What's good, Totem Pole Nation? Debo, do you have a new name? Like, did you change your name? And welcome back to Totem Pole, dude. We're the low man on the Totem Pole. We're killing it, man. We're having a great stream. We're getting all kinds of views. Totem Pole's back. We were MIA for 8 months. We're back now. C said great quarterbacks. Dario said Jerry Rice uses sticky substance to catch the ball easily. Randy Moss didn't do that. All skill, pure mentality, and its finest. Okay. Debo Edit said, I'm King Supreme 14. King Supreme 14 is in the house. Debo. Debo, who do you got as the GOAT, man? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Nick the Beast said, chat, Packers or Bears. That's for this season? I got to go with the Packers, man. Chat, Packers or Bears? Nick the Beast has got a question for the chat. Matthew B, Packers should be a wild card playoff team this year. Elvis said, no, bro. Stickum was outlawed because of Fred Biletnikoff. Oh, man. You're going back in the day there. Jared Salucci, what's good, coach? Jared Salucci in the house. Jared, who you got as the GOAT? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Dave Youngkin. The funny thing is that you can't tell a Chiefs fan that the refs helped them. Adrian, Steve Young is up there too. I forgot about Steve Young. San Francisco 49ers. C's says they banned the sticky stuff Rice's rookie year. Debo said Tom Brady without a doubt. Jared Salucci said Packers over the Bears. Joker 2000. I think Jordan Love will make it to the Super Bowl unless if Jared Goff gets him out in the playoffs. Elvis said the Packers. Dario said Jerry Rice admitted he used the sticky stuff because his gloves were less tacky. Nick says the Bears are still terrible. Adrian says Staubach or Aikman. Wow, that's a good question. Adrian wants to know, chat, Staubach or Aikman, who you taking? I'm going with the guy that Staubach, man. I'm sorry. Aikman won, 3 Super Bowls? Jared Salucci, Tom Brady is the GOAT, but I like Patrick Mahomes. Josiah, what's up? Jalen Hurts is the GOAT. Josiah is in the house. Josiah, are you new? Did you change your name? Welcome to Totem Pole. Dario said, who's the best running back of all time? Barry Sanders with the jukes. Matthew B. Tom Brady, there will never be anyone like him. Josiah said Eagles. Janae said Jalen Hurts not top 5, bro. Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles, Janae said, is not top 5, bro. Caesar McCall said neither. Elvis, do you agree the Cardinals will be a wild card team? Yes. Everybody I've talked to, Elvis, is very high on the Cardinals. Jared Salushi says Aikman over Staubach. C said he used it until they banned it. Fambo Podcast, top tier wide receivers. Jerry Rice, Tim Brown, Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, Julio Jones, Art Monk, Chris Carter, Steve Smith, Terrell Owens. Elvis said, right, his gloves were less tacky. Josiah said, I'm new. This is Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports. We're definitely not Barstool. We actually watch sports, and we love it. David, will there be another 7-time world champion quarterback? Somebody in here earlier said Mahomes is going to win 9 rings. Joker said Bears or Bengals. Give me the Bengals. And Joey Burrow. C said now they have these gloves. It's just like glue. Jared said Bengals. Nick the B said during a storm in Wisconsin, one of my trees fell down. I hope you're okay, man. Who is your GOAT? I got to go with Brady. But, I mean, Mahomes is good too, dude. But Mahomes' career is not over with. Dario, will there be another team that will be penalized? Elvis, you're wrong. Hurts is number 1. Jalen Hurts. Elvis said Jalen Hurts is the number 1 ranked quarterback in the NFL. C said Hurts is above average quarterback. Janae, nah, not for me, unless you're talking about heading into the 2025 season. Nick said Bengals. Jared Salushi said, I believe Patrick will make it to the Super Bowl every year till someone beats him. Derek, they are smoking if they think Patrick Mahomes will win 9. Lewis, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. Thank you for joining the chat. What happened when Joe left the 49ers? Joe was still the GOAT. Dan Marino was better than Pat or Tom Brady. I like it, Lewis. Lewis is bringing it. What happened when Joe Montana left the 49ers? Joe Montana was still the GOAT. Dan Marino was better than Pat or Tom Brady. Adrian, Mahomes might not even be a top 3 quarterback currently. I think Burrow, Allen, and Lamar are definitely better. And Goff, Baker, and Jaden Daniels are debatable after this season. Dario, Lamar Jackson is an underrated quarterback that can be a future Hall of Famer. The only stat this man has that's good is his rushing yards. Mini Michael Vick. Lewis said Joe Montana was the best. Lewis said Joe Montana was the GOAT. C's, no one thought Brady would win 7. Fambo Podcast, Roger Staubach is better than Troy Aikman. We'll say the same thing. Man, totem pole. This is the GOAT debate. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. Joker 2000 said, I'm an Eagles fan, but we only made it because of Saquon. Masterful. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. How is this a debate? Laugh out loud. This is Totem Pole. We're the low man on the totem pole. This ain't ESPN. This ain't Fox Sports. This definitely ain't Barstool. We actually watch sports. Thank you, Masterful, for joining the chat. And there's a lot of people in here that said Mahomes. Some people say Joe Montana. Jared said, is Barry Sanders the GOAT for running back? He's one of them. If he's not one of them, then it's Walter Payton or Joe Brown. Dario said Deion Sanders is the GOAT for real. He did track, Major League Baseball, track, basketball, and even ran a 4.2. Elvis, I hate the Dallas Cowboys more than I hate my ex-wife, but Aikman was better than Staubach. C said, do you guys actually watch the games? Patrick Mahomes always beats these guys with the lesser team. Adrian, Order out of the three is Brady, Montana, then Mahomes. Janae, Saquon's fun to watch. Masterful. Brady won 6 in New England, and in his first year in Tampa Bay, won a Super Bowl, clearing Mahomes twice. Janae says Joe Montana has 4 rings, I believe. C's buries the GOAT. Elvis, Saquon, who won the MVP, then hurts. Dario said, will Patrick Mahomes win another ring before GTA 6? Lewis said Roger Staubach was great. Running backs, I love Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson. Man, the GOAT debate continues, man. The GOAT debate. Is it Patrick Mahomes with the Kansas City Chiefs, Tom Brady, New England Patriots, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Joe Montana, San Francisco 49ers, and Kansas City Chiefs? Adrian said LaDainian Tomlinson, best running back. Joker 2000, why is Lamar Jackson, quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, not in this debate? Dario says Gronk is the best tight end. Baby Gronk? I'm just kidding. Gronkowski is the best tight end. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Tom Brady. Jared Salushi says Tony Gonzalez of the Kansas City Chiefs is the top tight end. So it's not Kelsey? Masterful. You heard it here first. If Drake May takes the next step, he'll win a Super Bowl. Laugh out loud. Go Pats. Janae, he's won MVPs though. Elvis, Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders. Zerlin is the best special teams player. C's, I don't see how people keep Elway out of the GOAT conversation. He dragged 3 teams that didn't deserve to be in the playoffs to the Super Bowl. Adrian said, I agree. Elway should be up there. Masterful. Gronk is the best. Bro was an elephant with light feet. Man, the chat is on fire. The chat is on fire. Joker 2000, I think Tom Brady can be an NBA player. I saw Tom Brady shooting the basketball at Fanatics. He had a pretty good shot. Janae said Tom Brady is tall. Tom Brady is tall. He's 6'4", isn't he? Or is he 6'5"? The GOAT debate. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes. I think so, Janae said. The New England Patriots, the Kansas City Chiefs, the San Francisco 49ers. Elvis. Tight ends, Ditka, Gonzalez, Gronk, Dave Casper. Jared, Patrick Mahomes will be in AFC Championship this year. Does anybody else agree with that? Will Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs be in the AFC Championship this year? Masterful. The debate should be who's the best pocket passer ever. That's a good question. Masterful. Who's the best pocket passer? I don't think anybody's better than Brady at that. I think, Mahomes, he makes plays when it breaks down. He does things you can't coach. Janae says, I agree. Adrian makes a good point. How are y'all forgetting Antonio Gates, who's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in August? The San Diego Chargers. Mashful said versus Drake May. Elvis says Patty Mahomes will be in attendance watching Jackson and Josh. Look. C says people need to learn about John McKay. John Mackey, he was Gronk before Gronk, a man amongst boys. Learn about him. Fambo Podcast is in the house. To me, the best running back, Earl Campbell of the Houston Oilers. more than Barry Sanders of the Detroit Lions. My favorite running back was Bo Jackson of the Raiders. The injury hurt his career. I totally agree. C's, Patrick Mahomes is going to win 2 out of the next 3 rings. Wow, so that would give him 5 C's. Fambo said the best tight end was Antonio Gates, then Tony Gonzalez. Mashville said Mahomes is a great scrambler, and his accuracy to pinpoint certain passes is uncanny. Elvis says, yes, Mackey was awesome. How about Kalen Winslow, senior, not junior? Kalen Winslow that played for the Chargers, not the Browns. Lewis, if you've seen Joe Montana play, you would know. Dan Marino set the passing record back then. Jared Salucci says Josh Allen or Joe Burrow. Josh Allen or Joe Burrow? Jared Salucci said Joe Burrow for me. Jared Salucci said Joe Burrow for me. Hey, like the stream, y'all. Like the stream. If you love us, subscribe. We love you. This is Totem Pole Nation. We do live streams. We changed up the format a little bit. I thought we would get more views if we showed these guys, and we have. It's worked. Sorry you can't look at my face, but I mean, what did Lou Holt say? I'm not two-faced, because if I had 2 faces, I wouldn't be wearing the one I have. Janae says Joe could have won MVP if he has a better defense. Joe Burrow could have won MVP. Elvis said Allen, better athlete. Burrow, better passer. I would say that Joe Burrow is more like Brady, and Josh Allen is probably more like Mahomes. If you had to put him in a category. Adrian said Ozzie Newsome, another great tight end. Yes, he was, and a great GM. Masterful said if Marino played in this era, he would probably be the best quarterback. Marino might be the best of all time. He never won a Super Bowl, but he has. If you were going to make a quarterback, that's what he looks like. Lewis said awesome channel. Hey, appreciate it, Lewis. I'm so glad you found us, man. The only reason some of y'all found us is because I changed up and put these little videos of these guys. Joker, or are you a football coach for high school? Yes. I'm at Fork Union Military Academy right now. We're a post-grad program, but I've been a high school coach and small college coach in Richmond, Virginia for the last 25 years, Joker. Jared said Joe Burrow played in the Super Bowl. He beat Patrick to get there. Adrian said Jason Witten also. Yes, Jason Witten was a great football player, a great tight end. Jared Salucci said Super Bowl. C said Dan was setting records because he always had the ball. He had a killer wide receiver squad, but his defense was all-time trash. Janae said, so you're saying Joe is a better pocket mover. He's a better pocket passer. He's better in the pocket. Josh Allen is better when the pocket breaks down, and he has to run, kind of like Mahomes. They make plays with their feet, and then they get rid of the ball, do things that are like unscripted. You can't coach. Lewis said, I like Joe Burrow. I do too. Mashville said, Josh Allen is the best quarterback right now. The Bills lit him down. Elvis said, who's the GOAT at linebacker? LT, Ray Lewis, Jack Ham, Singletary. Adrian said Ray Lewis. I think when you talk about linebackers, you got to talk about, are they off the ball or are they on the ball? Lawrence Taylor's the greatest linebacker on the ball. Linebacker, it would be hard. Dick Butkus. Dick Butkus was an animal for the Bears. Mike Ditka was a tight end. Nick, I'm playing football with my brother. That's great, Nick. Football's a lot of fun. C said Joe Burrow is still living off of that 1 year he beat Patrick Mahomes. Mashville said, what position, regardless of which side of the ball, is the most undervalued? O-line and D-line, man. That's why the Eagles win, y'all. The Philadelphia Eagles win because their box is so good. Their offensive line, their defensive line, and those inside backers, they're animals. That red. What's up, that red? Brian Dawkins, welcome back. That red, are you new? Welcome to Totem Pole, man. Thank you for joining the chat. Elvis said safety, center, guards. Bill Belichick and Saban, they always said you build your team from the inside out. So center, nose guard, middle linebacker, safety. We got 20 people in the chat. Make sure you like the stream. If you love us, subscribe. You know, we're getting a lot of views, man. We are blessed. That Red said, yeah, we're Totem Pole Nation. Why are we Totem Pole Nation? Because we're the low man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports. We're not Barstool. We actually watch sports. We don't play solitary during the NBA Finals, and we don't go around rating pizza. We'll eat any type of pizza. We'll eat frozen pizza. We'll eat Little Caesars. Masterful. Eagles front is so nasty. Yes. Yes, it is. Jared Salucci. Bill is the GOAT for head coach. Hey, Jared Salucci, that might be the next live stream. Who's the GOAT coach? I'm going to have to put Saban in there. I'm going to have to put Belichick. Who else? Bill Walsh has 4 Super Bowls. I mean, there's a lot. Lewis. Jack Lambert was the best linebacker. I also like Greg Lloyd. Masterful said, I think my Patriots have the best front 7 if they can stay healthy and gel. Yeah, Morgan Moses. I coached him in high school. And Matt Collins went to Fork Union Military Academy. So did Mo. So y'all got 2 Fork Union guys this year. Masterful said defense. C said Ray Lewis, best middle linebacker ever. And Lawrence Taylor's the best outside linebacker ever. Yeah, he's an on-the-ball guy. He's a go-get-the-quarterback guy. Which defense was better, no-fly zone or Legion of Boom? I think that there's probably 2 defenses that stand out as the greatest of all time, of my time, and those would be both coached by the Ryans, Buddy Ryan and Rex Ryan. Buddy Ryan of the 85 Bears and Rex Ryan of the 2000 Ravens. Joker 2000 said John Elway or Brian Sipe. I'll take John Elway. Elvis said Elway. Jared said best defense this year, coach. Who you got for this year? Dude, as long as what's his name? Fango or Fangio is it with the Eagles? That's who I study. I study the Eagles. The Eagles are nasty on defense, man. They're really good. Fambo Podcast, best point guard, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, and it's not up for no debate. Mashful, I love Bill, but I think Brady carried him plenty of times. I would say he's probably the best defensive-minded coach, though, Bill Belichick. Janae Reigns, he's really good. C said that first Ravens Super Bowl defense was crazy. Lewis said the Steel Curtain was the best defense. Hey, they won 4 Super Bowls, Lewis. That's a great point. Nick the Beast, I won against my brother. Good job, Nick. Way to win. Adrian said, thoughts on Jonathan Vilma out of the University of Miami. He was a great football player. I don't know if he's elite. What do you think, Adrian? Janae, cool Nick. Is Vilma in the Hall of Fame? I was just at the Hall of Fame last week. Joker 2000 said, I wish we had Fletcher Cox this year. Man. Y'all even need them? We got 22 people in the chat. Like the stream. If you love us, subscribe. We're Totem Pole Nation. This is the GOAT debate live. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Joe Montana. Who's the greatest ever? C's McCall said that Jonathan Vilma is not elite. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana. Man, the man from Seoul.
What's going on, man?
We're having a heck of a debate, man.
What's it over?
The GOAT debate. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana?
TB12.
TB12. And I'm not going to read the comments until we get 5 in here. All right, we got 4 right now. That'll give Paul some time to speak. Why is TB12 the greatest of all time, man from Seoul?
Okay, it goes back. I mean, it starts with me with the eye test. Okay, and Montana was amazing. I didn't think I would see someone that was like him, but TB12 was surgical, and he was surgical from the moment that he started playing. Again, they took a lot off his plate when he got out there for Bledsoe, but for 20 years, he did it with his mind more than his arm, and he had a consistent run. You know, they didn't win the Super Bowl every year, but they were in the conversation every single season that he was quarterback. And then on top of that, when you look at the personnel that he was surrounded with for the entirety of his career, especially in New England, it was a bunch of blue collar guys that were just like him and just like the head coach. They just did their job. It wasn't except for the couple years they had Randy Moss. Who did they have that was all pro or even a Hall of Famer at the skill position? Can't name them. So,
Patriots?
except Gronk.
But he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer. Tight end. But I'm talking like guys out wide and running backs. Wasn't there. I mean, you could have a Hall of Fame tight end and no guys on the outside and don't win anything, but they won at a high level with just a tight end that's a Hall of Famer and nobody out wide except 2 years of Randy Moss. So, and you look at San Francisco, there was a couple of Hall of Famers out wide, I believe. There was a couple of Hall of Famers in the backfield, I believe. A couple of Hall of Famers at tight end. So he had a lot. He had a lot to. But we're talking about Jerry Rice as being the all-time GOAT of football. He was on the team with Montana, so the whole time that he was there. Not 2 years of Randy Moss or 2 years of Jerry Rice. He had it the whole time. And truthfully, I mean, I have to put Pat Mahomes as a close second because Pat Mahomes is people want to say people are people when they're playing with Pat Mahomes. That's just like, people saying Steve Kerr and Luke Longley were awesome because that's why his team was stacked. No, those guys were players because they played with Jordan. There's a lot of players on the Kansas City Chiefs that are players because they're playing with Pat Mahomes. And I'm talking about at receiver. Again, a similar setup too. Hall of Fame tight end and just a bunch of, probably non-Hall of Famers as of right now around him at running back and out wide. So, but again, doesn't have the longevity of TB12 because, TB12 put it down 20 years in New England. So
yeah.
You gotta give. I gotta give him his love, man. I gotta give him his love. I was a fan from afar. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I just respected the way he went about his business.
Elvis said, Joker, wait till you see Robinson, rookie for Nebraska. He's awesome. Jared said, Detroit Lions offense will take a step back. Lewis said 85 Bears had an awesome defense. C said he's above good. Adrian said Reggie Bush or Ricky Williams. Jared said Reggie Bush. Lewis said, I still say Joe was awesome.
He was.
C said Joe and Patrick are miles above Tom in skills. Wow. Elvis, D-line goats. Reggie White, Joe Green, Deacon Jones, Doug Atkins, Bruce Smith. Fambo, 97 Dolphins, no-name defense. Jared Salucci, 07 Patriots. C's, the Patriots had top defenses every year with the best strategy coach ever. Jared Salucci, the famous helmet catch. Janae Rain said, never forget. The Red said, that reason Gronk is a Hall of Famer is because of Tom. Jared, what about Julian Edelman? C said the 49ers team were all-time great roster.
How many?
It's like 12
C
of them out
said
there.
exactly. C said some of the Chiefs wide receivers were cut by other teams. Nick the Beast said Mahomes is very washed. Adrian said Moss, Welker, Edelman, Deion Branch, Troy Brown, Kevin Falk. He had multiple weapons. John
Hold
Parham said,
on, whoa. The multiple weapons? Would those guys be anything on any other roster? Let's be for real here. Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, they're who they are on any roster in the league. But come on now, Wes Welker, and I mean, that's a little bit blasphemy. Now they're going to say Chris Hogan and all he had weapons. Come on, man, that's a little bit crazy. Like now, Chris Hogan, Wes Welker, Deion Branch, they're Jamar Chase, and that's who he had. Come on, let's go. Did he play? Let's just ask this question: has he ever played besides Randy Moss, with a top 50 wide receiver? I don't think so.
C said, so we just act like the Patriots didn't cheat to get their first 3 Super Bowls. Janae said, what? Laugh out loud. Fambo said, George Blanda playing quarterback 26 years. Keep playing until he's 48 years old. Wow, Fambo. You're going way in the history books. John Parham said, Proctor has a point. So, man from Seoul.
Yes, sir.
George Blanda played quarterback 26 years. He kept playing until he was 48 years old. Was Tom Brady older than George Blanda, or was George Blanda older than him?
Blanda was older than him. But TB12, I mean, come on, he was what, 44, 45? High level stuff, man. High level. That's what he did in Tampa was next level stuff.
Elvis said Blanda is older.
Of course. How many championships?
Car with you, man from Seoul.
You know who I got.
That's the Terminator. So we got the Terminators in here. We got the man from Seoul and Coach Taylor. That's the 3 members of Totem Pole that's in here. Elvis said Brady was 41 or 42. Red Edit said I'm back. John Parham said the question is, Mahomes perform in the 90s, early 2000s? Heck no. Nick said the reason why I'm a Packers fan is because of Lil Wayne. Nice. Fambo, I said the 72 Dolphins. C said Tampa was a ready-made Super Bowl team. Jared Goff, let's go Jared Goff. In your opinion, Terminator, who is the GOAT? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana?
It's going to pain me to say this, even though it was a fumble. But I got to go with TB12.
Because you're a Raiders fan.
You got it, and that was a fumble. I don't give a damn what you say.
The Tuck rule. Who remembers the Tuck rule? Put it in the chat. Some of y'all weren't even born for the Tuck rule. Jared Goff for Jordan Love. Jared Goff for Jordan Love. Did Brady create Belichick, or did Belichick create Brady? I think that was the first video we ever did it on Totem Pole, and I think it's pretty obvious that Brady made Belichick. Janae said Jared Goff, duh. Red said I was at the last streamer earlier. I know you were, Red. I appreciate it. Nick the B said I'm making a custom Packers team in Madden 25. Nice. C said 50-50 with Brady and Bill. So, man from Seoul.
No.
Man from Seoul. Did Brady make Belichick, or did Belichick make Brady?
50-50. And here's why. It was a perfect if I'm drafting anyone else besides Belichick and they didn't work together, I don't think he would be who he is. He made him who he was, and he made Belichick a winner because Brady took to Belichick's tutelage and criticized.
You're breaking up.
It was a perfect storm.
You're breaking up, man.
Because he took to coaching. That's really what it was. He took to coaching.
Yeah.
All Belichick wanted to do was coach his quarterback.
Yeah. You were breaking
up.
He
knew every position, but
Matthew B said Jared Goff. Elvis said Brady admitted years later, of course, he fumbled against the Raiders. David said, how many games did Bill win after Brady left? Not many. John, Patriots just had the perfect setup all around, including defense. Elvis said Brady and Bill, perfect marriage, even though they're cheaters. Matthew B, Brady and Bill was 100% a duo. Bill never laughed or smiled until Brady says something. C's, without Bill's teachings, Brady would not have lasted. John said, David, you can't use that because Bill lost more than Brady. Jared Salucci says Bill walked. C said he found the talent like all coaches strive for. John Parham said, give me Peyton over Brady. What do you think? Man from Soul, you were breaking up a little bit. John Parham said, give me Peyton over Brady.
Nah. No. And again, look at the running backs and receivers and tight ends that Peyton Manning had.
Yeah.
He had 2 iterations of great running backs and great receivers during his time in Indy, to include his time in Denver. When you look at the totality of the talent at receiver that both of them had, it's not even close. But people want to say that though he had all of these guys around him. Who are those guys without Brady? Like, you're trying to make, like, you can't make people all pro that aren't all pro guys. Marvin Harrison's an all pro on any team in the league. Edgerrin James he's a Pro Bowler on any team in the league. Reggie Wayne is a Pro Bowler on any team in the league. And Dallas Clark at tight end wasn't shabby. He had a great run there.
Yeah, he did.
Fambo Podcast said George Blanda played in a tougher era than Tom Brady. Dave Youngkin, I can say that because Brady won with Bill and the Bucks, not the other way around. Janae said Peyton Manning has 2 rings as well, I think. John Parham, true, but not a solid defense. Jared Salucci, Bill was a defensive coach at first, won Super Bowls with the Giants. Elvis, to be fair, Brady beat Peyton repeatedly. Matthew said Peyton had so much good receivers. Thomas, Hilton, Walker, Sanders. Man, we got a lot of comments, man. C's, Peyton for me, 2 Peyton, turnaround, nobody. Wide receivers in it, Pro Bowlers. Look at them tight ends he made, Pro Bowlers. So C's is saying Peyton over Brady. Janae says, and Brady has 7 rings. John Parham said, you act like Patriots didn't have weapons as well. Adrian, and who are those guys without Peyton? Fambo Podcast. 2001 AFC Divisional Playoff game between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders, often referred to as the Tuck Rule game. The play resulted in a Patriots victory and contributed to the. Caesar said he did nothing without Peyton. What do you think, man from Soul? What do you think about the chat? Are you excited to be on totem pole with these guys?
I am, and I definitely like to hear the different perspectives on how people look at these angles you could look at it and make one guy better than the other. And that's what's fascinating is, is anybody right about this stuff? Probably not. It's subjective, man. Yeah.
GOAT debate.
But I mean,
Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Joe Montana.
mm-hmm.
Dan Marino. We can't forget about Dan Marino, man, from Seoul. How do you feel about Dan Marino?
I feel a lot about Dan Marino. First of all, he's got to be the best quarterback to not ever win a Super Bowl. I mean, I think he stands alone there. And to me, just in my with my eyeballs and the guys that I've seen, I mean, he threw the prettiest ball that had the prettiest arm motion that I've ever seen out of anybody. And you know who the second guy is to me? Drew Bledsoe. He looked good throwing a football.
David said, what's great about this conversation is everyone's right and everyone's wrong. No doubt, David. That's why we're Totem Pole. We're actually discussing it, talking. C said Edgerrin James was gone when the Colts started winning big. Jared Salucci said Bill Walsh or Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick for me. Elvis said Brady, Montana, Unitas. Ever hear of Bradshaw? Star, lots of greats. C said we're not right at all. It's about what your viewing is. Adrian said Fran Tarkington. So, man from Seoul, Bill Walsh or Bill Belichick?
That's hard.
I think that might have to be our next one, man. Who's the GOAT? Bill Walsh, Bill Belichick, Nick Saban. That'll get some people fired up.
Mm-hmm. It sure will. I mean, that's tough, but I'd still have to lean. I mean, because I was privy to watch both. I just have, you know what? And again, I know I like the comment, nobody's right, nobody's wrong. But what I can't get past is that they both won championships. But when you look at the roster from 1 to 53, it ain't even close who had more. It ain't even close. If someone tells me in the Brady era they had more talent than the 49ers, then I have to turn my TV off. I have to turn my chat off. I'm done. I have nothing else to say. That's why I would lean Belichick.
Wyatt Burdick said, what's up, Totem Pole Nation? How's your afternoons? It's great because you're in here, Wyatt, with us. We're talking about the GOAT debate, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Joe Montana. Adrian said Saban, GOAT coach. Nick the B said Nick Saban has the same first name as me. Nice. Jared says Nick Saban was a coach for the Dolphins. Elvis Walsh was an innovator and retired young after his third ring. Jared says, don't forget about Steve Young, got the monkey off his back. C said Bill Belichick, even though he cheated. Janae said, interesting GOAT debate. Thank you, Janae, for being here. Where does Nick Saban rank? Man from Seoul. I think you're locked up. Adrian said Randall Cunningham, another amazing quarterback. That's true. That's who Jaden Daniels reminds me of. He reminds me of Randall. David Youngkin, most people say whoever got more rings is the GOAT, but in the 70s, 80s, and 90s was the best football ever. Jared Salucci says Nick Saban got 7 championships or 8. Wyatt says, honestly, I think there's no debate. The rankings are obvious. Brady 1, Mahomes 2, Montana 3. C says the 49ers had so many great players. How many Hall of Famers played for those 49ers teams? Can y'all put it in the chat? Just name one. How many Hall of Famers are on that 49ers team? Fambo Podcast. It's too hard to say who is the best quarterback because they all did not play against each other. Tom Brady did not play against Joe Montana or Dan Marino. Adrian said best college coach is Saban, no debate. Best NFL is Bill Belichick. Man from Seoul, are you back? Man from Seoul, are you back? Nick the Beast says, what does restructure in NFL terms mean? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Are they going to restructure? Elvis said, Western PA, a quarterback factory. Montana, Namath, Unitas. Nick the Beast said, like. Wyatt said restructure is when you take money off a player's contract to go towards the salary cap. A. Crostick said Brady ain't the GOAT. Sorry, old heads. Wow. Nick the Beast, like restructure an NFL player's contract. G said Cunningham's second part of his career, he threw the best ball behind Marino and Elway. David said Montana is the GOAT. Janae said, what are you talking about? Brady is the GOAT. Jared said Brady played at Michigan. Man from Seoul, how do you feel when these guys say that Brady's not the GOAT or Jordan's not the GOAT? Basically, it's just old people believe this.
Like I said, go back and watch the tape and just ask a lot of this, I think a lot of the Brady stuff comes from just pure hatred of the guy because he won. People don't like people who win, especially if it's not their quarterback. So I take it with a grain of salt because, I try to be unbiased, when it comes to just looking at quarterbacks. There's guys I don't like. I didn't like Peyton Manning, but I respected him. But he wasn't better than Brady. Just wasn't. And he did it. Brady had to do it with less.
C says it means they move the big load of money they owe to a player. Crostick says you old heads always talking about has-beens like Jordan and Brady. David, they really is no debate. Brady has more than Mahomes. So, man from Seoul, you watched probably a lot of ESPN today. Update us on what's going on in the world of sports.
I actually didn't watch much today. One of our players passed away this morning from Liverpool.
I'm sorry.
He died in a car crash in Spain. with his brother. Yep. That was the big news of the day for me. Diego Jota from Portugal.
Wyatt said, bro, who's better than Brady? There's nobody. Janae said, rest in peace. Praying hands. Thank you, Janae. David said, that's like people saying James is the GOAT over Michael Jordan. Yeah, David, it sure is. And we had a big podcast about that earlier today, about LeBron James or Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Seems like there's a lot more debate on the Jordan and James than it is the Brady and the Montana and Mahomes. What do you think?
and again, when it comes to those, when it comes to Jordan and LeBron, right? I just think there's a lot going on here. Number one, people that didn't see Jordan play, okay, then they start looking at numbers that do they matter when we're talking about who's the best? Because they don't want us talking about Jordan going 6-0 in the finals. We want to talk about that LeBron played longer than him and he has the most points. So some kickers have the most points in the NFL. Are they the GOAT? See, it's got to be the eye test thing. You can't start bringing all these stats out, because just tell me who was a better basketball player. Just because you had the most points, just because Jordan had the most championships, I don't know. Let's not talk about that. On the floor with your eyeballs, who's a better player? Who's a cold-blooded killer on a basketball court? It's Jordan, not him.
Nick the Beast said, man from Seoul, Manchester United or Manchester City?
Liverpool. FC.
Wyatt Burdick said, Brady is the greatest of all time. Look at the tape. Nobody can do it like Brady. C said, you just had to see him play. He was unreal. MJ, I'm not even a fan, but he's the GOAT. Fanbo Podcast. Who is the best quarterback to not win a Super Bowl? Should be the real question. Man from Seoul.
Dan Marino.
Lewis says Joe Montana played in a different era. Back then, they used to hit quarterbacks. Joe Montana was the best. That's true. Joe Montana, they would be arrested today if they hit Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady like they did to Joe Montana.
I mean, we already have a Tom Brady rule anyways there, Coach Troy. I mean, before Brady got hurt, you couldn't go nowhere near him. Even the guy fell into his knee, and that turned into a penalty. So,
best quarterback to not win a Super Bowl. Matthew B says Dan Marino. Janae says, ha ha. Fanbo Podcast says Dan Marino or Jim Kelly. Nick the Beast says Ronaldo or Messi.
Whoa.
Don't get him started.
I'm out of here like Vladimir. Happy 4th of July, Coach. Man from Seoul and Totem Pole Nation from Philly. Birthplace of freedom.
Now, that one right there, that has a lot. Now, the eye test, man, that's a hard one. Ronaldo Messi to me is just absolutely difficult. Yeah, because one, they're different. They're different players. But if you were like to say, well, who's the best of the best? Who's the number one and who's number two? I couldn't do it. I can't do it, man, because I can argue both sides equally. I really could.
C said Jordan had to eye test the numbers and the accolades. David said Bradshaw had 4, so he's better than Mahomes. C said Dan Marino and McNabb. Matthew said tomorrow's my birthday, Totem Pole Nation. Should have came out of red, white, and blue. Happy birthday, Matthew. Fambo says Messi. Janae says, happy early birthday. Matthew B says, thanks, Janae. Messi or Ronaldo?
I'm not even. Yeah, I like both of them. I can't even.
Janae Rain says Messi. Nick the B said, who is the GOAT? That is what I mean by Messi or Ronaldo. Janae said Messi, in my opinion. I think the man from Seoul is speechless.
I am. I mean, I think it's 50-50 down the middle because, I mean, and again, all you got to do is go to YouTube and watch both of their highlights, and you're like, wow, they are both absolutely out of control, out of bounds. And they got both of them have longevity to their games of playing at an elite level.
Logan said, I'm back from last stream. Yes, Logan, welcome back. You are an MVP a PTP or primetime player. Matthew B said, who's the go to baseball? C said, Ronaldo for me. Who's the go to baseball? Man from Seoul. C said, Ronaldo for me. Lewis said, Peyton Manning had a better arm. Logan said, Tom Brady is the GOAT. Jared Salucci said, man from Seoul. Miggy or Big Poppy? I think the go to baseball is probably Willie Mays or Mickey Mantle, man. That's who I go for. Those are old school guys.
Old school. New school, I'd say Barry Bonds.
Miguel Cabrera, that's Miggy, right? Or Big Poppy?
Yeah. Miggy. What about G?
Matthew said Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers. Nick the B said King Griffey Jr. is my GOAT. Logan said Hank Aaron or Willie Mays for baseball. King Griffey Jr. is a good one. Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers. I like that. I'm going Drew Brees. What are you saying, man from Seoul? What are you saying, Terminator? Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers? Chat. What do you think? Put it in the chat.
Drew Brees. Drew Brees. Philly Phil put it down though, but Drew Brees he was just a little bit better.
C said it's not even close. Barry Bonds. Janae said Drew Brees. Fambo Podcast said the GOAT to me is Ricky Henderson. He was the reason I started watching baseball. Logan said I pimped my most recent home run. There you go, Logan. There you go, man. I don't even know what that means, but that's good. Jared Salucci, I plan on doing a live stream. There you go. Nick the Beast. Do a live stream. That's good. Create some content. Be a content creator. C said Drew Brees over Phillip Rivers. Pimp needs bat flip. There you go, Logan. The bat flip. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Joe Montana. The GOAT debate continues, Totem Pole. Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers, chat? Put it in the chat. Wyatt Burdick said, what about Peyton Manning? I mean, I think Peyton Manning is up there. I don't think that he is in Mahomes, Brady, and Montana. But I agree, Wyatt. Peyton Manning is one of the greatest of all time. Ricky Henderson, you have to pitch to him because you do not want to get on base. He was a threat. Tom, Patrick, Joe in that order. C's McCall, Frank Thomas was the best player ever. I like that. The big hurt. Jared Salucci says Drew Brees. The original Cactus, welcome back to Totem Pole Nation. The original Cactus says Joe Montana. And Soul, are you back? We got a Frank Thomas and a Ricky Henderson in the chat.
We had to pick up the man from Colorado.
What's up?
All he does is win, win, win.
Yes, sir.
Bambo Podcast says Drew Brees, not even close. Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers, all you do is win, win, win. What do you think?
Yep.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, some good QBs. I just think the team.
Clay Lewis says, I don't like Travis Kelce. He's a Joe Biden supporter. Clay Lewis, thank you for joining Totem Pole Nation. I appreciate you jumping in the chat.
I know where you're from.
Yeah, I know where you're from, Florida.
I love it, Troy. I love
Original Cactus said, actually, Barry Sanders. Janae Rain says, what? Man, that all you do is win, win, win.
What's up?
Man, that all he does is win, win, win. Are you taking Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers?
Ooh. Give me Drew Brees, but it's close. But Philly Philgan ball though, man. Not ever hating on Phillip Rivers, man. He can go, but give me Drew Brees. I just edge him out. Just by a tad.
C's McCall says, who remembers Kevin Mitchell from the San Francisco Giants? He was a monster in the outfield. I remember Kevin Mitchell. I'm sure the man from Soul and Terminator and the man that all he does is win, win, win. Not liking someone because of who they support is ridiculous. Do y'all remember Kevin Mitchell of the San Francisco Giants?
Yeah, absolutely. He was swole.
Yep.
He was just as wide as he was tall.
He's built like Cecil Fielder's son, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah, that's another guy too, Cecil Fielder. Cecil.
What is his son's name?
Lefty. What was his son's name?
Steve McCall said he was super fast too. Wow. I didn't know he was fast. That guy could have played tailback or fullback.
Yeah. Yeah, he was built like Ricky Williams.
Bambo Podcast said, yeah, I remember Kevin Mitchell from the San Francisco Giants because he caught the ball with his bare hands. I think he did. Bambo Podcast.
How's the views tonight? Are they nice?
They are? Yeah, I can't wait to know.
Oh, yeah.
You're exactly right, man. He caught the ball with his bare hands. Steve
Yeah, he did.
Prince Felder. And
Prince
look, says, can you do a baseball stream tomorrow? I mean, it is July 4th. And that's the All-American sport.
Not anymore.
Why not? Why not?
Logan said, I got to go. Bye. Thank you, Logan. Fanbo Podcast, Oakland A's versus San Francisco Giants World Series, the Battle of the Bay World Series. We had an earthquake October 17, 1989, Game 1 of the World Series. I remember that. Do y'all remember when the Giants played the Oakland A's?
Yeah, Mark McGuire, Canseco, the Bash brothers.
I mean, I think that was when steroids really got going with that Oakland A's team.
You think?
All those dudes were jacked.
Jack. Mm-hmm. Sure, Jack. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, 3 hours, 10 minutes.
Oh, it's so nice that dinner.
Hey, I was muted the whole time I was speaking, dude. All right. Janae Raines said, interesting question. Cease McCall says, Patrick. Nick the Beast said, I'm going to leave for tonight. Will you be live tomorrow? Yes, we will. Janae says, Patrick Mahomes. Fanbo Podcast said, for me, it's out of Joe Montana or Dan Marino. Can't go wrong with either one. Janae Raines said, seriously. Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Patrick, numbers speak for itself. Ambo Podcast, another great point. Why nobody never talk about Bob Gibson? Sinead, thank you for the thumbs up. C's, thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, like the stream, y'all. If you're in here, like the stream. If you love it, subscribe. Totem Pole Nation. Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes. Joe Montana. This is GOAT talk right here. Who's the GOAT? Janae said, I already like the stream and subscribe. Janae, thank you very much. You're the best. Fambo Podcast. Caesar, you must never seen Joe Montana and Dan Marino 2 minutes left of the game. What's insane? I'm pretty sure that C's has seen Joe Montana and Dan Marino. I'm 46. I would say he's probably a little younger than me. And I'd say he probably did see Dan Marino. C said, I'm 46 too. Yeah, so we've seen it all, man. Janae said, I'm 20. That's good. I'll be 47 in August. So me and Tom Brady are about the same age. Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Janae said, cool. Fambo Podcast said, I'm 48. So C's and me and Fambo are all around the same age. We were in high school at the same time. So we saw, well, we were basically the same age as Brady, and we saw Joe Montana. I mean, I know Jim McNally, that was the offensive line coach for the Bengals, and he lost 2 Super Bowls to Joe Montana. Anthony Munoz. I was at the Hall of Fame with Anthony Munoz, and I took my son to the Chantilly Card Show, CSA show, and he got Terry McLaurin's autograph, and he got a picture with Eddie George and Anthony Munoz. C said, I watched them, but Patrick's numbers said otherwise. Rest NFL, welcome back to the GOAT quarterback debate. You are the best, Rest NFL. Tom Brady's my second GOAT, but honestly, Joe Montana is the GOAT. Rest NFL said Tom Brady is number 2. Joe Montana is your GOAT. Rest NFL, I tried to find your channel so I could follow it, but I couldn't find it. What is your at? Like ours is at Total Pole Nation. Is yours at Rest NFL? Fambo Podcast. Wayne Gretzky or Mario Lemieux, who's the go to hockey? I think you got Alex Ovechkin, dude. I mean, he passed him. Alex Ovechkin's in that talk. I would say Wayne Gretzky for me, but Alex O, that's another good one. Lewis says, I agree. Dan Marino was the most accurate ever. I think Joe Montana was a little better than anyone. Lewis, thank you for coming back into the chat, man. Like the stream. If you love us, subscribe. We are the low man on the totem pole. And that's me, Coach Taylor, Coach Bald, who's on a cruise, man from Seoul that was just in here, the man that all he does is win, 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 the Terminator, and Lambo. That is Team Totem Pole. This is the GOAT debate. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Joe Montana. Matthew B. What about Steve Young or Vince Young? Give me Steve Young, man. Vince Young had a winning record as a quarterback in the NFL, but I got to go with Steve Young on this one. Ambo said, Lewis, big facts. You nailed it on point. C said Mario was like a superhero, but I say Gretzky. How about Alex Ovechkin? I'm really not a hockey guy. But where does Alex Ovechkin fall in that? Janae said, I don't watch hockey either. That's a good point. Bambo Podcast. Mario Lemieux is my favorite hockey player, so I'm going to say Mario. Matthew B. I don't either. Just couldn't get into hockey. I'm from the South, man. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. We don't play hockey. But I respect everybody that likes it. Janae said, all I watch is football and basketball. Well, you're in a good place, Janae. C's, I used to be into hockey back then, not now. That's a good point, C's. I used to watch some hockey. I ain't really into it right now. Fambo Podcast. It's better to go to a hockey game than watching on TV. The experience is legendary. I agree. Right up against that glass, man. That is fun. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Mac Jones or Bobby Boucher. Laugh out loud. I think I'll take, that's some high quality H2O. I think I'll take Bobby Boucher. Lewis, Mario Lemieux was the best hockey player. Thank you, Lewis. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana. Matthew B. What my mama said. What did your mama say? Yeah, that's right. Bobby Boucher. Jared said, better streaming Paramount Plus or Peacock. I don't think I'll watch either one of them, dude. I usually watch YouTube TV. Fambo says, my hockey team was San Jose Sharks. C said, I'm glad they finally lit Sterling Sharp in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Sterling Sharp, Antonio Gates, and then it's Jared Allen and Eric Allen. Those are the four guys going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in August. Bobby Boucher from the Cowboys. I don't know, man. I don't even know who Bobby Boucher is. Janae said, I'll watch YouTube TV too. So do I. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana. Who is the GOAT quarterback? Who's the greatest of all time? Totem Pole Nation. Fanbo Podcast. Here we go. Fanbo Podcast is bringing the fire today. Jack Nicklaus or Tiger Woods, the GOAT of golf. Who do y'all got? I'm just going to go with Tiger because he's about the same age as me. Where do you rank Kurt Warner? He's a Hall of Famer. So he's top 25 all time. He's a Hall of Famer. Jared Salucci says Tiger Woods. Where do y'all rank Kurt Warner, chat? Jack Nicklaus or Tiger Woods? And where do y'all rank Kurt Warner? That's the two questions right now, chat. Like the stream. If you love us, subscribe. Janae, Tiger Woods, because I know him and I don't watch golf either. Wow. Where do you rank Cam Newton's MVP season? I think Cam Newton could play right now, man. You know, that deal with him going to the Patriots, he didn't have a full year to learn the system. And then they took him back in Carolina, and that was a mess. I mean, Cam was elite, man. And he's a great podcaster. He's a great speaker. He's very entertaining. So, I mean, I think he's enjoying what he's doing. I rank him, he's pretty good. Cam Newton is good, though. He said, I like his podcast too. Yep. Lewis, I would like to mention Terry Bradshaw. Yeah, I totally agree. He was the first one to win 4 Super Bowls, and he ran like a running back. Lewis, Terry Bradshaw is underrated. People don't give Terry Bradshaw the credit he deserves. So, Lewis, thank you for that. Thank you for putting Terry Bradshaw of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the equation. I appreciate that, man. Matthew B. Cam's another one talking down on Dallas. If he thinks it's easy, let's see how Jerry Jones runs him. Wow, I didn't know that, Matthew B. Cam Newton's another one talking down on Dallas. If he thinks it's easy, let's see how Jerry Jones runs him. I didn't know that Cam Newton was talking down about Dallas. I was not aware of that. Thank you for updating me. Fanbo Podcast. Doug Williams don't get the respect he deserves. He became the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. I saw Doug Williams this weekend. That's a big human being. And Mark Rippon, quarterback of the Redskins. Joe Gibbs won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different teams. My fault. Joe Gibbs won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks. Joe Theismann, Doug Williams, and Mark Rippon. Janae said cool. Yeah, Doug Williams is a big human being. C said the Steelers back then didn't pass as much of them other teams in that era. I totally agree. But he had some hellacious receivers, man. I mean, look at those receivers. Kurt was maybe number 20. I mean, Kurt's a Hall of Famer, so I don't know how many quarterbacks are in the Hall of Fame, but he just had a tremendous story, Kurt Warner. Going to be the quarterback for the Rams after being in indoor football, arena football. The GOAT quarterback debate. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Who's the greatest ever? Who's the GOAT? That's what we're talking about today, chat. We'll talk about anything, though. Tiresome. Do you think the Madden cover curse is going to happen to Barkley? Yes. Seized. They shouldn't have beat the Patriots, but they should have beat the Patriots, but the Patriots cheated and got away with it. Matthew B. Steelers back then, the great good old days, were good. Had to bust Jerome Bettis and James Harrison. Robert Parks. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports. We're not even Barstool. But we also love sports, and we wouldn't play solitary during the NBA Finals, and we don't eat $10 slices of pizza. We eat frozen pizza. So Robert Parks, thank you for being on Totem Pole. Robert Parks, everybody welcome him to the chat. Robert Parks says Joe Montana is the GOAT. Fanbo Podcast, the first player to win 3 Super Bowls in a row was Ken Norton Jr. He achieved this feat with the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Jared Salucci, Madden 26 has a halftime show. Robert Parks, you said Joe Montana. Who do you put it to? Do you put Brady or Mahomes? I'd say you're probably going to say Brady. Totem Pole Nation. The GOAT debate. Who is the GOAT NFL quarterback? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, or Joe Montana? Robert Park says none of the above. So it's just Joe Montana. The San Francisco 49ers. Okay, Robert, we did a stream earlier, and the question was Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe? Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe? Who you got, Robert? Robert said Jordan. No doubt, Robert. And Robert, you look like you have a lot of experience. You know your stuff, man. I respect your opinion. Fanbo Podcast. Warren Moon. Warren Moon's decision to play in the CFL for the first 6 years of his professional career before joining the NFL at age 28 contributes to him being overlooked. I don't even know if that was his decision, man. I mean, he would have went to the NFL. They didn't let him come to the NFL because there was a stereotype against black quarterbacks. Despite starting his NFL career late, he achieved remarkable success, including a Pro Bowl MVP at age 41. He holds a combined CFL and NFL record of 70,000 passing yards and 435 touchdowns. Dude, I'm not so sure Warren Moon's not one of the best quarterbacks to ever not win a Super Bowl. He won Grey Cup, though, in the CFL. So Warren Moon, I totally agree. Warren Moon is forgotten about. People don't give Warren Moon the respect he deserves. Seized. MJ, I don't know why people try to say Kobe's close to him. He he's nowhere close to the first three-peat Jordan. He looked like the second three-peat MJ. John said Warren Moon was him. Warren Moon was that dude, man. I know a guy that coached on that Edmonton Eskimos team. That's who he played for, wasn't it? He's the same guy that coached the offensive line for the Detroit Lions when Barry Sanders was the coach. When Barry Sanders was the running back, Paul Boudreaux. Lewis said Ben Roethlisberger was better than Kurt Warner, and I like to mention Joe Namath. That's right, Lewis. Lewis, thank you for being the voice of reason. John Parham said Dan Marino was another bad one. No doubt, he's a bad man. Janae said, I'm back. Janae, thank you for coming back. Robert said, to be honest, I'm a Ravens fan. But yeah, Montana hands down is undefeated in Super Bowls. That's why I say Montana is the GOAT. C said he won multiple Grey Cups. Robert Parks, where do you rank Lamar Jackson in today's quarterbacks? Where do you put Lamar Jackson? Chat, y'all can jump in on that too. Chat, where do y'all rank Lamar Jackson? Is he in the top 10, top 5, top 3? Hey, like the stream. If you love it, subscribe. Wyatt Burdick said, Lamer number 4, I'm today's NFL. Janae said, oh, interesting. C said second or third, no lower. Lamar's number 4. I got you, Wyatt. Caden Bishop, welcome to the stream. Caden Bishop says Tom Brady is the GOAT. Lando 357, what's the dilly? Lando 357, you're new. I just commented on your comment, and here you are. Who is the GOAT, Lando 357? This is Totem Pole Nation, man. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Barstool. We actually watch the game. We don't play solitary during the finals. We don't eat $10 slices of pizza. We're not bougie. We're Totem Pole Nation. Thank you for being here. Robert Parks, number 1 for the facts. Lamar has the best QBR out of all today's quarterbacks. Janae says top 5 based on the MVPs he's won. John said, who is Lamar? Fanbo Podcast says Kobe Bryant missed a total of 14,481 field goals in his NBA career, which is the most in NBA history. He also missed 1,633 free throws, bringing his total missed shots to 16,114. Lando 357 says Brady. Okay, so Lando, we did a stream earlier today, and here was the question: Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe? Wyatt Burdick, Mahomes 1, Allen 2, Jackson 3, Burrow 4. Janae said nice. Hey, like the stream, y'all. Like the stream. We got 21 likes right now. Sub if you love it. We're sitting here talking about the NFL quarterback GOAT debate. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Joe Montana. Who's the greatest ever? Or we're talking about anything y'all want to talk about, chat. I'm reading the chat. Anything y'all want to talk about, we'll do it. Hey, whoever's spamming the heart emoji, thank you. Thank you for spamming the heart emoji on the live. I see the heart going crazy. Boston fan, welcome back. Bambo Podcast said Lamar Jackson is not in the top 20 quarterbacks all time. Janae said, I agree with you, Wyatt. Boston said, like the stream. Janae said, W stream. Boston fan said, Totem Pole is the best channel in the world. Thank you, Boston fan. Robert Park said, I say Mahomes is 32nd in the league for the fact he only wins when the refs kiss his blank. There you go. I like having you here, Robert Parks. You shoot it straight, man. Wyatt is bringing the fire. He said, Robert, you're just a hater. Janae said, wow. C said, I enjoyed today, but gotta go. Hey, C's, we'll do it again, brother. Appreciate you, man. You're the man. You're the best. Fambo Podcast. Michael Jordan missed more than 12,000 field goals in his NBA career. This number includes both regular season and playoff games. He also famously stated that he had missed more than 9,000 shots. Janae said, bro hates greatness. Robert said a lie. Now I'm gone. What did Robert say? Oh, Mahomes is 32nd in the league. Yeah, I got you, man. Appreciate it. Sambo Podcast in the house. LeBron James has missed a total of 15,000 shots in his NBA career, making him the all-time leader in missed field goals. He broke Kobe Bryant's previous record of 14,481 missed shots during a game. Michael Jordan, hands down. I would like to mention Larry Bird. Larry Joe Bird out of French Lick, Indiana. Wyatt Burdick said, Thomas Patrick Edward Brady Jr. is the GOAT. Tom Brady is the GOAT. That's what Wyatt is saying, and he's sticking to it. Boston fan, thank you for spamming the fire emojis. Thank you, Boston fan. Like the stream, man. I like that. Spam the chat, y'all. Spam the chat. Appreciate you, Boston fan. I forgive you for all those things you said, man. You was wilding out earlier. Wyatt Burdick. Tony Gonzalez is the best tight end ever. Just ahead of Kelsey. Old Texas Tech man. Tom Brady is the GOAT for now. Patrick Mahomes will pass Tom Brady. Thank you, old Texas fan. Appreciate you, man. We had a lot of fun last night. We had a stream earlier. And the stream was, and I'm going to ask you, Texas Tech man, Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe. That was what the stream was earlier. Yeah, I appreciate you, Janae. Janae, thank you for spamming the chat. It's really helping out, man. We got 13 people in here right now. We averaged like over 20 earlier today. Robert Parks. Tony Gonzalez is the GOAT of tight end position, hands down. Robert Parks said Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, Boston fan, spam the GOAT emoji, dude. That's a good idea since it's the GOAT chat. Spam the GOAT. The GOAT chat. Here we go. Wyatt Burdick, Randy Moss, or Jerry Rice, chat. Chat. Who you taking? Moss or Rice, chat? Put it in the chat. Randy Moss or Jerry Rice? Matthew B. Greatest tight ends. Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski, Travis Kelce, Jason Witten. Debo edits. My man says Moss. Randy Moss. Robert Parks says Rice. Janae said Rice in my opinion. Who are y'all taking? Are you taking Jerry Rice or are you taking Randy Moss? Wyatt Burdick. Gonzalez, number 1. Kelce, 2. Gronk, 3. Witten, 4. Sharp, 5. Old Texas Tech man. It took Michael Jordan 13 years to score 30,000 points. It took LeBron James 15 years to score 30,000 points. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Man, the GOAT chat. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Boston fan, Janae, thank you for spamming the chat. The GOAT chat. Who is the GOAT NFL quarterback? We can talk about whatever y'all want. The question right now is Randy Moss or Jerry Rice? Randy Moss or Jerry Rice? Wyatt Burdick, I like that. America. And then it said Nightbot, Wyatt Burdick. Wyatt, I think you might have put too many flags. And then the Nightbot, just put like 3 or 4. Because the Nightbot will put you in timeout for like 60 seconds. Old Texas Tech man said Jerry Rice. Oh, I like this one. 2018 Braun or 06 Kobe? Yeah, there's a Nightbot in here. We had to add the Nightbot because they said we had to have a moderator. Chat. 2018 Braun or 06 Kobe? Put it in the chat. L Nightbot, he's just a hater. Yes, he is. The Nightbot is a hater. I think you might have just put too many American flags. Rest NFL says 06 Kobe. Old Texas Tech man says Kobe. Matthew B. The athleticism, Jerry Rice. The speedster, Randy Moss. Janae Rain said, okay, these Nightbots are toxic. Robert Parks says Kobe. Lewis said, I would take Lynn Swann, a great football player. Wyatt says footballs and the American flag. Debo, I feel LeBron had a generational season in 2018. That's a good point. I totally agree. Hey, like the stream, sub if you love it. And I really appreciate Boston fan and Janae for spamming the chat with the emojis. It's really helping. We got 16 people in here right now. And I think the Cardi B music helped, even though I won't be able to monetize it. Rest NFL, Montana's the GOAT, but Brady's my GOAT. Don't forget about Roger Staubach of the Dallas Cowboys. Janae, thank you for spamming the chat. Wyatt Burdick, thank you for spamming the chat. It's helping, man. We got 15 people in here on YouTube. Janae said, I like it. I know you did. Old Texas Tech man said Larry Bird would run circles around LeBron James. All right, so here's the top chatters in the last 3 days. Elvis has 219 messages. Brandon Thompson has 152. Lucas Plant has 140. Jared Delucci has 116. Wyatt Burdick has 109. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to be in the top 5 to get a shout out. And I think, Janae, I think you might end up being in the top 5 by spamming all those emojis. I went on Nightbot because I'm going to try to change the moderation so you don't get 50. I'm going to make it 100. Wyatt Burdick, thank you for putting the goats. Janae putting the goats. Janae putting the magic. Wyatt, Janae, Boston fan, Fambo Podcast. Number 1, Antonio Gates. Number 2, Tony Gonzalez. Number 3, Kelsey. 4, Gronkowski. 5, Sharp. Janae said, why Gronk at 4? Old Texas Tech man, Barry Sanders is the GOAT running back. Fambo Podcast said 18. Robert Parks, crap. Even Shaq would run circles around LeBron. Man, Robert Parks, I love having you in here. Hey, RWT Prods, I'm in the stream. RWT Prods, are you new or did you change your name? If you're new, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole, man. And if you don't understand why we're the low man, we're not ESPN, we're not Fox Sports, we're not Barstool. We actually watch sports. We don't play solitary during the NBA Finals, and we don't rate $10 slices of pizza. Wyatt Burdick said, let's go top 5. Janae said, what? Nightbot. Hey, hold on 1 second, y'all. I got to take this phone call. All right, I'm back, chat. Mahomes is the GOAT. RWT Prods said Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. Janae said, I told y'all that Nightbot is toxic. Debo, thank you for spamming the chat. Janae. Mahomes is the GOAT. You're new. Hey, RWT. This is Totem Pole Nation, and we did a stream earlier today, and the question was this: who's the GOAT? Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or Kobe? Put it in the chat. Wyatt said I got timed out. Yeah, but how long was the timeout? How long was the timeout? Was it a minute? I'm going to change it to 30 seconds. Excessive caps. I'm getting rid of all this stuff. That Nightbot needs to chill. Mahomes is the best to ever play the game and not a GOAT from a Chiefs fan. Janae said that's fine. Nightbot can be annoying at times. Yes. Janae, thank you for spamming the fire. Nah, Mahomes blanks without refs. Janae said I'm new too. Yeah, but you are the best, Janae. RWT Prod says Michael Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I agree. It was like 30 seconds. Okay, good. Robert Parks said Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Janae, bro, mad because Mahomes is not your quarterback. RW2 says MJ all day, baby. Hey, Total Pole Nation is about faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. And a lot of y'all are content creators. Y'all need to go follow each other. You need to go subscribe to each other's channels. You guys are the next big time podcasters, live streamers, and content creators. Janae said MJ for sure. Wyatt Burdick said Mahomes haters will never be not funny. There are arguments are so invalid it's funny. Fambo Podcast, thank you for spamming. Janae, thank you for spamming. Wyatt Burdick said Mahomes haters will complain about Mahomes and the refs, but people said the same thing about Brady back in the day. Wyatt Burdick, and they call Brady the GOAT still. Debo, I've been spending hours on my edits and I'm averaging 4 views a video. Hey, Debo, keep grinding, dog. I've made a lot of these shorts on this channel and man, it's tough, dude. Like, bro, it's all practice, man. Eventually, like, we've got some with 4 million views and you just got to stick to similar content and it'll hit, man. Trust me. Just keep grinding. Janae, yeah, they did that, would give Brady, and now they're doing the same thing for Mahomes. Fambo Podcast. You got to put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the GOAT conversation. True. Old Texas Tech man. MJ, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan. Janae, thank you for spamming the smiley face. RW2 Prods. Brady is overly glazed by Mahomes haters. I don't understand, bro. Robert Parks. I hate Brady as much as Mahomes. Janae Rain said Brady is glazed a lot. Old Texas Tech man. LeBron James not in the top 10 all time. Wyatt said, yeah, he's glazed because there will never be another Tom Brady. Man, the chat's on fire, man. You guys are killing it. Y'all are killing it. Janae Rain said exactly. Janae, thank you for spamming the emojis. RW2 Prod says Janae and the chat recognize greatness in Mahomes. Old Texas Tech man. Patrick Mahomes, Wreckham Tech, Wreckham Chiefs. Boston fan. Michael Jordan wouldn't start in the NBA today. He played against plumbers. All these old heads don't know nothing. Wow. Anybody that knows Boston fan knows he's young He said Michael Jordan wouldn't start in the NBA today. He played against plumbers. All these old heads don't know nothing. Janae said, W chat. Wyatt said, Mahomes will always be my quarterback. I love watching him do his magic every week. Janae Rain said, what? Wow, Boston fan. RW. I don't know if they censored what you were saying or what, RW2. Wyatt Burdick, Jordan didn't play against plumbers, laugh out loud. As a Celtics fan, I'm disappointed. Yes. Old Texas Tech man said Michael Jordan, Larry Bird would average 60 points a game in today's NBA. Janae, thank you for the emoji. Boston fan, Tatum is better than Jordan. Come on, dude. Wyatt Burdick, as a sports fan, I'm disappointed. Janae said, I love sports. Wow. I'm just going to leave that up there. Tatum is better than Jordan. Come on, dude. As a sports fan, I'm offended. Yeah, RW2. Wyatt Burdick, modern NBA players couldn't play in the 80s and 90s. They're all too soft. Fanbo Podcast. Boston fan, you saying Larry Bird is a plumber, Kevin McHale, Isaiah Thomas, etc.? Janae said, bruh. Wow, there's no way. I think Lambo's on here, man. He's trying to spam the chat. Wyatt, Boston fan, you tweaking. Dude, I'm on a rotary walker, a rollatory walker. I would beat Angel Reese one-on-one. Wow, I think we just found it. Okay? Is it Angel Reese or is it Caitlin Clark? There you go. We're going to have to do that one, dude. Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. That will definitely be one of our live streams. Definitely. Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese. Oh, here we go. Janae, thank you for the emojis. RW2 prize. I like this. Hot take. Cam Ward, Rookie of the Year. I like Cam Ward when he was with Miami. So I don't think that's too hot of a take. I think a lot of people would say that, RW2. I agree with you. Janae, thank you for the emoji. Old Texas Tech man. Caitlin Clark saved the WNBA. Janae, thank you for the emojis. Janae, Clark is really good. Janae said, makes sense. Wyatt Burdick said, Caitlin Clark is the only reason the WNBA is getting attention. Not saying women can't play basketball, but the rest of the league is horrible. Caitlin Clark, because of Angel Reese's rebounds, are from her own missed shots. Caitlin Clark, because all of Angel Reese's rebounds are from her own missed shots. Fanbo Podcast. Jason Tatum would slaps you from saying too crazy talk, no doubt. Jason Tatum has got a lot of respect for Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Laugh out loud. Robert Parkson, I say Malachi Starks as Rookie of the Year. Hey, man, we're up to 17 people in the chat. Like the stream. Subscribe if you love it. Fanbo Podcast is going with Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese, chat. RW2 Pride says Angel Reese Bricks. She's from Brick City. She's from Maryland. She's from the DMV. Janae said, like the stream. Tonopole Nation, y'all are killing it, dude. Janae, thank you for the emoji. Janae, you killing it with the GOAT debate. Acrostic, totem pole is the best. I had no friends until I met y'all. Wow. Wow. Acrostic, dude, we're here for you, brother. Totem pole is the best. I had no friends until I met y'all. Janae said, okay, friends of greatness. Amen. Old Texas Tech man, WNBA is a blank show. Indiana Fever is a team worth watching. RW2 Prods, I love having you in here, man. You know your stuff. Here's my top 5 quarterbacks. 1, Mahomes. 2, Brady. 3, Cunningham. 4, Marino. 5, Peyton Manning. Wyatt Burdick, the greatest friends of all time. Amen. Acrostic, yes, I was in a dark place. Y'all changed my life. Thank you. Totem Pole is the best YouTube channel in the world. Wow. You are the best. We're here for you, brother. Janae, Brady should not be 2. Lewis, you need to see Joe Montana play. Look up his old games. Fambo Podcast. Who is your top 5 boxers of all time? 1, Muhammad Ali. 2, Mike Tyson. 3, Andre Ward. 4, George Foreman. 5, Pretty Boy Floyd. Floyd never lost a match. And Rocky Marciano never lost a match either, right? I definitely say Muhammad Ali's 1. Wyatt Burdick, Mahomes is the most physically gifted quarterback in the history of the sport. Old Texas Tech man, Peyton Manning isn't in the top 5. Janae, I forgot to mention this earlier. I watch boxing too. Good. Janae Reigns, agree with you a little bit, but I feel obligated to put them on there. Nathan said, GOAT, LeBron. Nathan, you missed the stream earlier today, brother. I did a stream. I got 3,000 views, dude. The stream was just about who's the GOAT, LeBron, Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant. So, Nathan, bring the fire. Who is the GOAT quarterback? Bring the fire, Nate. Like you always do. Janae said, preach it, Wyatt. Nathan, I don't know if I can fathom another combo. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, Crystal Ball Paul is not in here. It's just me. I'm just reading the chat, dude. I'm just reading the chat and having fun. We got 14 people in here. We averaged 22 people earlier today. And it was because I didn't play the Cardi B music. I should have played the Cardi B music the whole time. Quarterback, I would say Tom Brady, my man. Thank you, Nathan. Lewis, Muhammad Ali was the best when he was Cassius Clay. Debo edits, I'm going to bed. So good night, Totem Pole Nation. Debo, good night. Everybody wish Debo edits. Go subscribe to Debo's channel. He's a content creator. Go sub to RW2 Prods. Barry Sanders is better than Bo Jackson. Janae, thank you for the emojis. Old Texas Tech man. Tom Brady for now, not for long. Debo edits. I might tune back in later. Yeah, man, I'm going to try to keep it going. We got 3,000 views earlier today, man. I want to get back to 3,000. Janae, thank you for the emojis. Nathan, Patrick on the way, though. Caden Bishop, who do you think is the GOAT? I'm going to take Michael Jordan, and I'm going to take Tom Brady because I'm 47. Jamie said, good night, dude. Robert Parks, here's my top 5 quarterbacks. 5, Drew Brees. 4, Cam Newton. 3, Warren Moon. 2, Elway. 1, Montana. Wow. Robert Parks is bringing the fire. You don't have Brady or Patrick Mahomes in your top 5. I like it. I like it. That's going to bring some fire. RW Pride says W. Thank you. You're a W. Old Texas Tech man said Michael Jordan in story. Appreciate y'all, Totem Pole. This is the GOAT debate. Cam Newton over Brady or Peyton. Nathan said. Wyatt Burdick, Cam Newton in top 5 all time is crazy. And no Brady, you crazy, bro. Nathan Schrader said that's ignorant. Caden Bishop said not having Mahomes or Brady in your top 5 is crazy. Janae, Patrick is up there with the start of 7 seasons as a starter and put some stats that Brady, according to CBS Sports. The ignorance is crazy from Robert, says Wyatt. Robert says, I hate Manning, Brady, and Mahomes. Yeah. Robert, and I respect your opinion. I respect your convictions because you do not like those guys. I respect it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. All right, I'm back, y'all. I had to go get something to drink. Janae said, Caden don't know ball. Nathan said, I know that comment wasn't about skill. Had to be about his favorite to watch. Caden Bishop said, yes, I do. RW2 says, Cam Newton overrated with all due respect. Janae, wow, I like him. Caden said, your profile pic is Mahomes. Laugh out loud. Janae said, that's pure disrespectful. Totem Pole Nation, thank you for being here. Pete Rose, oh, I like this one. Old Texas Tech man says, Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Bonds and other cheaters don't belong in the Hall of Fame. So Pete Rose does, but Bonds does not, is what we're saying. Is Show Jackson going to be allowed to be in the Hall of Fame? Because I don't think he should be banned. I mean, he didn't even cheat. Janae, thank you for the emoji. Wyatt, I just feel sorry for anyone who thinks Brady isn't top 3. Wow. Bamboo Podcast. Who is the GOAT quarterback when it comes to running? 1, Randall Cunningham. 2, Vic. 3, McNair. 4, Young. 5, Lamar Jackson. RW2. Randall Cunningham deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Also, Fred Warner should be in the Hall of Fame. NFL needs to know this. Janae, don't worry. Wyatt, Brady's in my top 3. Cam, people think that. Cam, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. I think you're new. We're the little man on the totem pole. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox Sports. We're not Barstool. We actually watch sports. We actually care. We don't play solitary during the NBA Finals, and we don't rate $10 slices of pizza. We eat frozen pizza. Not Fred Warner. I meant Fred Taylor. Yeah, the running back. I agree. Wyatt Burdick said, that's what I'm saying, Cam. Janae says, like that, Tambo. Cam said Lamar should be top 3 on that list. Cam said, I've been here before. Thank you, Cam. Thank you for coming back, brother. Janae Rain says yes for sure. Wyatt Burdick said, what about Allen? He's like a freight train. Josh Allen? We got some new people in the chat. Who do y'all have as the NFL quarterback GOAT? Mahomes, Brady, or Montana? Everybody in the chat, put who you think the GOAT is, so everybody can see it. And then y'all can argue and discuss it. Cam says Brady. RW2 Prod says at Cam. I respect your opinion, but I think Lamar is in the top 5 just because he chokes in the playoffs. Wyatt, Thomas, Patrick, Edward, Brady. Janae, Brady as a Chiefs fan. Incognito, Joe Montana by the mile. Incognito, welcome back to Total Poll. We're talking about the GOAT chat. Who's the GOAT NFL quarterback? Is it Mahomes, Brady, or Montana? Or is it somebody else? What's your opinion? Janae said Montana never lost a Super Bowl. RW2 said fire. Thank you for the fire emojis. Incognito, thank you for the emoji. Sportsbook Lab is back. Big Ben, my GOAT. Sportsbook Lab, I respect your loyalty to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Janae said Big Ben isn't my GOAT. Fanboy, Joe MF Montana. Wyatt Burdick, Big Ben top 10. Hot take, Big Ben was okay. RWT Pride. Hot take, Big Ben was okay. Fambo, the real question should be, who is the GOAT quarterback of each era? Sportsbook Lab, Big Ben or Rodgers? Chat. Put it in the chat. Big Ben or Aaron Rodgers? Put it in the chat. Just okay. Kind of crazy, Coach Taylor. How many rings he got? Who? Big Ben? Big Ben's got 2, don't he? Big Ben or Aaron Rodgers, y'all? Brady was the GOAT of the 2000s and 2010s. Oh, I like Jim Kelly. Lewis. Jim Kelly was better than Lamar. Sportsbook Lad said yes, 2. Went to 3 Super Bowls. RW2 Prod, Big Ben, better than Aaron Rodgers. Big Ben, better than Aaron Rodgers. Coach, what do you think? Ben or Aaron? 5 years ago, I would have said Aaron Rodgers, man. But I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is really helping his legacy by continuing to play. Big Ben, he got out when he should have got out. So, I mean, if Aaron Rodgers would have got out when he left Green Bay, we'd be talking about him in this conversation. RW2 Pride, just because I hate Aaron Rodgers' attitude and him as a person. John said Michael Vick is still most entertaining. The Michael Vick experience, and I'm from Virginia, so you know I love Michael Vick and Allen Iverson. Sportsbook Lab, Big Ben got out with a little gas left in the tank. Yep. Wyatt Burdick. Aaron Rodgers is a manipulative person, and for that, I put almost anyone above him. RW2 Pride said Michael Vick was something else. Is Michael Vick going to turn around Norfolk State University? Put it in the chat. Is Michael Vick going to turn around Norfolk State University? Put Vic in the chat, man. Put Vic in the chat if you think Vic is going to turn around Norfolk State. Old Texas Tech man. Pete Rose deserves to because he did on the field. What he did on the field. McGuire, Bonds, Clemens, Palmeiro, Sosa cheated with drugs. Lewis said Big Ben had the most 500-yard games. I will go with Big Ben. Thank you, Lewis. RW2 Pride says Vic. So nobody else thinks Michael Vick is going to turn around Norfolk State. If you think Michael Vick's going to turn around Norfolk State, put Vic in the chat. If you don't, put no. Sportsbook Lab. Big Ben also had 2 6-touchdown passing games. That's the most in a single game. Wow. Sportsbook Lab. Your level of expertise is elite. You guys are smarter than the people on TV. Y'all are smarter than the people running these teams. Y'all know your stuff. Y'all are the experts. Wyatt Burdick, maybe. Who's the best college quarterback of all time? Man, that's hard. Best college quarterback of all time. I'd start off by saying they have to be a college football Hall of Famer. RW2 Pride, Sportsbook Lab. I'll be honest with you. Hines Ward and Big Ben was something else. Old Texas Tech man said Shedeur Sanders will be a flop. Sambo said Aaron Rodgers' career played for the Green Bay Packers, now the Jets. Key stats. He's with the Steelers now. Key stats. Career passing, 102. New passing yards, 62,000. Touchdown passes, 503. Multiple MVPs. Sportsbook Lab says Tebow. I mean, who won multiple national championships as a quarterback? Is it Mark Sanchez? I mean, Drew Brees was an awesome quarterback, dude, for Duke. R2, Tua will get hurt again and retire by the end of 2026. Somebody said that Tua was better than Jalen Hurts earlier. Sambo says Ben Roethlisberger's career. Played his entire career for the Steelers. 2 Super Bowl wins, numerous franchise records. Super Bowls 2. Wyatt said Josh Allen is a glorified Big Ben. Josh Allen is a glorified Big Ben. Old Texas Tech man, you keep bringing up good points. What about Terry Bradshaw of the Pittsburgh Steelers? 4 Super Bowls from Terry Bradshaw. Sportsbook Lab, Josh Allen, wannabe Big Ben. RW2, Bryce Young. Comeback Player of the Year. Sambo. Podcast, Ben Roethlisberger, the Pittsburgh Steelers, holds the record for the most 500-yard passing games in NFL history with a total of 3. He achieved this feat in the regular season with games in. Sportsbook Lab, Big Ben, the most underrated quarterback ever. RW2 Prides, Totem Pole Nation's better than ESPN. You know, Totem Pole Nation, we started this thing. Somebody told me about Barstool, and I was like, dude, what's Barstool? And then I started looking at, like, who those guys were and how they're not real and how they, like, really don't watch sports. And how they really, like, aren't fans of the teams that they claim to be. They're just, like, frauds. The best thing they ever did was hire John Gruden. You know, when John Gruden went to Barstool, he exposed them for knowing nothing. He exposed them. So, Barstool, my hat's off to y'all for hiring John Gruden. He's saving your entire company. John Gruden is, because people don't like those guys, you know, especially the guys at the top. What do y'all think about Saban on College Game Day? I think he's the greatest of all time, dude. I think he's great. I think when he speaks, I listen. The guy from Duck Dynasty was an amazing quarterback. Yes, he was. He started over Terry Bradshaw at Louisiana Tech, didn't he? Did he go to La Tech? Old Texas Tech man, not a Cowboy fan. Who was the quarterback in the 80s when they were winning Super Bowls? Manning will be the next Marcus Russell. Wow. Wow. Yikes. I forgot his name, but he was number 8. You talking about Troy Aikman? I think it was the 90s when they were winning them. Lewis says Terry Bradshaw was the first quarterback with 3 Super Bowls. Then he got 4. That's true. Hey, we're at 3 hours, man. I love